What's going on, friends, family, listeners? Welcome to the back of the class. I'm your host, Jason Aiello, and I'm with my excellent co host, John Pattison. You guys are going to be getting this episode on Sunday, October 31st. We are recording this on October 1st. But yeah, so welcome to spooky season. Welcome to the last 3 months of the year. John, how are you doing today?
Well, I was doing pretty good. Then technology decided to be a dick.
Yeah, it's,
So
it's
my setup's different because we have to do it on my desktop, which sucks because my laptop is being an ass right now. It's being a little brat.
Yeah,
So
it took us about 35 minutes to get this episode started. And it was also even pushed back because John had an unexpected dinner rendezvous with his family. So it's been a trip trying to get this episode on the road. But we figured that we would go ahead and make this one for you guys.
yeah,
So, do you have anything else to say before we get started?
I don't think I do.
All right. So, yeah, it's hard for me to keep track of these episodes. If the second episode I asked first, then you would have asked first, and the third I would have. Okay, so it's your turn. It's your turn to ask first.
All right, and real quick, we are doing this with 4 questions each instead of 5 because we
Yeah,
both only thought of 4 questions.
yeah. We
So
figured don't force it. Just go with the flow. Just take the best questions that we
yeah.
got.
Since it's October, I should ask this question. I should ask these 2 questions last, but like
Okay.
my last question is so much better, so we're gonna climax with that one. So we'll
I like how you use the word climax.
yeah. So we'll in typical Halloween fashion, what are some of your personal favorite horror films?
Personal favorite horror films. I mean, first of all, I think The Conjuring is a very mainstream film, but definitely one of the better recent horror movies. It's not overly the top scary, but it does have a good plot. And to be honest with you, I haven't seen too many scary movies that I would constitute as like real horror films. I mean, I've seen Scary Movie with Marlon Wayans, like the parody of the scary movies.
Hmm.
I've seen this one movie on Netflix where this guy he turned into a clown. He got bit by a clown and he turned into a clown and then he took a razor and he tried to like his face grew into a clown mask.
Oh my god.
So he took a razor and he tried to cut off his face because he turned into a clown. I don't know the name of that movie. I saw that 2014 when I was in 7th grade. Yeah, I really don't watch scary movies too often. I'm trying to think. I was watching something not too long ago that had jump scares, but it's not coming to memory. So yeah, I definitely have a very short list of horror movies that I've seen. So for me, I'd put The Conjuring at the top of the list just because I've seen that one like 3 times.
Yeah. Speaking of The Conjuring, that's the only horror movie that has made me actually scream.
Okay.
Yeah, the scene when the demon is on top of her wardrobe
Oh,
and
that's
like the
horrifying.
camera pans up to it, dude. I was screaming on the couch. I mean, my heart rate was pumped up so much. Oh, I
Yeah.
hated that scene.
Yeah, there's definitely some intense scenes in that movie. What was that one? Oh, Hereditary was yeah, like that's the only horror movie I've seen in theater.
I am scared, dude. That movie scared me so bad.
I'd say arguably one of the scariest parts of that movie was after his sister gets decapitated. Because remember, he has to bring her to the party, and then she eats the thing with nuts or whatever, and then
Hmm.
he puts her. Yeah, when he comes home, and I just think that like the fact that he didn't say anything to his mom after she got decapitated, and he was so shocked. I think that like just like the pure shock and the horror of him was honestly just as scary as his sister getting decapitated. It's also a relatable situation for responsibility, but especially for older siblings like you.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been in situations where your sister had to be there when you were hanging out with your friends. I know for me as a younger sibling, I was there sometimes with my brother's friends, and he was 5 years older than me. So I can only imagine how my brother would have felt if I died or got decapitated.
Hmm. Now, the scariest part of that movie for me is when the mom is in the corner of his room, like on his ceiling,
Yeah.
and then she's like cutting her head off.
Yeah, I'd say that like that movie was definitely off the hook. When did you kind of know like that it was going to take a turn into like cultish activity, or did you? Because
No.
for me, it was kind of a plot twist for me. I didn't really see that coming together until like the last 20 minutes.
Oh, I didn't see it coming at all.
Yeah,
No, I thought it was just gonna be something really horrifying, and then like he would just die or something. And it would end there. I didn't know it was gonna be Colt and this naked old dude.
yeah.
Like,
That
yeah,
little girl that they cast for that role was just perfect for the
yeah.
movie. Like she just gave me the weirdest vibes. She has like
I
a
thought
thousand
she was the main character. I thought she was the one who was gonna live all the way through.
yeah. She has a fucking 1,000 yard stare. She's terrifying just by herself.
Yeah.
Like take away any horror movie element. Yeah, that movie was pretty good.
Yeah.
So any other scary movies that stand out to you?
Uh, The Shining's pretty good.
I've
Um,
never seen The Shining.
yeah, you should watch it. I know. Have you read the book?
No.
Okay, good, because they're not similar at all. I haven't read the book, but my sister has, and like everyone who's read the book says it's not at all like the book. Like Stanley Kubrick took so many creative liberties with that.
I see.
Uh, like the two twin girls in the hallway, that wasn't in the book. Like
Uh,
so much of the iconic stuff in that movie was a movie creation.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Conjuring definitely is up there. Get Out, which I saw last year, that was pretty solid. And
I still
then
haven't seen that one.
yeah, that movie had a really good plot twist that I genuinely did not see coming. Some people did, I didn't. And they're not really scary, but the two Quiet Place films
Okay.
are great. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's transition into my first question. This is specifically for you.
Oh
Because
boy.
no, well, I actually don't know if this will have serious implications for you. It depends on what you included in it and what you include in your answer.
Depends on how much you'll have to censor.
In episode 2.5, you brought up this thing called "When the Homies Aren't Around" playlist. I was going to ask,
Yes.
what songs are in the "When the Homies Aren't Around" playlist?
Yes, I was wondering when you were gonna ask me this.
Yeah.
Well, let me pull it up. Sup, guys? It's me here in the future wearing this ugly ass shirt. I am going to link this banger of a playlist below for anyone who wants to listen to it. So, My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion.
Okay.
I Will Always Love You by Whitney Houston. See You Again with Wiz Khalifa and Charlie Puth.
Mm.
And then Fall on Me by Andrea Bocelli. And then I also have If Only from Bocelli. Memory from Cats, a awful movie, pretty good music, and the second best theater experience of my life.
Wait, why was it the second best theater experience?
So Endgame was the best theater experience,
Yeah.
but with Cats, uh, it was me and four of my friends who went there as like a joke. I made a joke at lunch. I was like, "Hey, who wants to see Cats with me?" And four people who hate themselves said yes. So the five of us saw Cats. We were memeing on it the entire time, laughing our asses off. The couple next to us got up and walked out of the movie halfway through. Like it was, I was like checking my phone in the middle of the movie. The only time I've ever done that. It was beautiful. Like I kind of want to get a bunch of friends and go see a crappy movie again. Just I didn't realize how much fun seeing an awful movie in theaters can be.
So the couple next to you guys left because it was that awful?
Yeah, so well, for a second we had thought it was because we were being too disruptive.
Yeah.
But like, if I'm in a movie and someone's being disruptive, I would get an usher, and they didn't. They just up and left the theater. So
Yeah.
we think it's because it was that bad. Because besides us, they were the only young people there. Everyone else was older people who had probably seen the Broadway show.
Mm, I see.
So,
Oh, I didn't know that it was based off a Broadway show.
yep. To quote Brie Larson, it's a movie based off a play, based off a book, based off a house cat, or based off a house animal.
I see.
Yeah.
So,
Anyway,
yeah.
rest of the playlist. We have, I can't even pronounce it. It's like Jaime a l'Amour by Edith Piaf. Jeff Buckley's rendition of Hallelujah. What a Wonderful World. Home by Philip Phillips, which, by the way, beautiful name. Million Reasons by Lady Gaga. Jar of Hearts, which when my sister was little, that was her favorite song, and I hated it.
Wait, who's that
And
by?
Christina Perry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I hated it. Now I love it. It's great. Harry Styles, Sign of the Times. Where is the Love? And then I'll Never Love Again from A Star is Born. Follow You by Imagine Dragons. And my favorite in here, First Man by Camila Cabello, which is such a love song that it makes other love songs seem like they're not love songs.
So, like, what was your overall intention with this playlist? I noticed that a lot of these are classics. A lot of these are love-centered songs. So, is this your when? Is this like the music that you put on like when you just want to simp?
No, it's not. The story behind it is that I was just listening to My Heart Will Go On one night cleaning the kitchen, and
Yeah.
someone commented that this is in there When the Homies Aren't Around playlist. And
Mm,
so I did not think of the idea for a When the Homies Aren't Around playlist. I stole it from one of the top comments on the My Heart Will Go On video.
I see.
And yeah, I was like, some of these songs sound really cool, but I've built up my whole thing that I only listen to movie soundtracks. So I was like, I'm
Yeah.
going to need to build a secret playlist. But everyone knows I have it now, so it's really not a
Like
secret.
you have this reputation to uphold with being the movie music guy, but
Yeah,
you listen to some real music.
yeah, I
Yeah.
do.
Well, sorry, not real. You do listen to some shorter songs because movie soundtracks are mostly longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So have you ever played this playlist in front of a homie?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I've played in front of tons of people. It's really not a secret anymore.
Yeah. So you might need to change the name to like John's lovemaking playlist.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I will do though. The day I get a girlfriend, second she gets in my car, I'm gonna be like, listen to this.
All right. Let's transition into your second question here.
Let's see. Do I go? Okay. Okay. I think so. I have two movie related questions and then two like simping questions. So I think it's only fair that I alternate them.
Okay.
So if you could bang one fictional character, who would that be?
Um, Man,
It
there's
it can be male or female. We don't disintegrate here at back of the class.
yeah, we
Discriminate. Wow, how did I said disintegrate?
No disintegrations.
As you wish.
We don't disintegrate.
well,
No, we don't discriminate.
I appreciate you leaving the door open, John. For any listeners at home, whether you're girl, guy, straight, gay, whatever, you can give
Furry.
your own answer. But for the record, I will only be selecting from the female fictional characters. Man, that really leaves the door wide open. You know why? Like questions like this are good, but also challenging because I always feel like for any question like this, there's always a better answer, but you just got to go with what's on your mind right away. And because you are Mr. MCU, I gotta admit. Well, actually, I was going to say Scarlett Johansson, but like now that I'm kind of thinking about it, I mean, come on, we have a literal Daisy Ridley segment of this podcast.
We do.
So I'm gonna have to retract my Scarlett Johansson answer, and I'm gonna have to say Daisy Ridley.
That's not a fictional character though.
Oh, sorry, Ray.
So-
Ray. Sorry,
There you go.
yeah, yeah. So I'd have to choose Ray.
Okay.
Yeah, with um with what I would want to do to her, I think that I could turn I, I could turn Jakku into a jungle planet. Sorry.
I don't think I've ever had a laugh like that in my life. You're making a very different sequel trilogy, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I am making a very different sequel trilogy. Also, on another note, did you know that there was a new Star Wars cartoon that dropped?
Yeah, Terrifying Tales, Lego Star Wars, right?
Oh
Or
no, and another one. It was
oh,
called
are you talking about Visions?
Visions. Yes,
Okay.
I haven't had the chance to watch it. It looks so different from anything that we've seen before.
Yep.
So,
I've seen the first 3 episodes.
what do you think?
First one was good. I did not like the second one, and the third one started off strong and then went way off the rails. But I do want to finish it because I've heard good things about some of the other episodes. So
Yeah, it looks like what fascinates me is that like looks like Pokemon graphics with Star Wars stories. So
yep.
definitely interested in in watching that. So okay, so you're so let's get all the way before my stupid turn Jakku into a rainforest or jungle or whatever. Let's so your question was if you could bang any fictional character. So what's your answer?
I mean, I've given this a lot of thought,
Mhm.
like an unhealthy amount of thought. But I mean, why go like? Here's the thing: why go live action? Why stick with a human when I could go out into the realm of space? I mean, the Star Wars universe is so wide, right?
Yeah,
I mean, like Ahsoka Tano's right there. So
yeah, you're gonna
I think
pull on,
I'd have to go with Ahsoka.
yeah. So you're gonna pull on those horns.
Yup.
Oh, because for a second I thought you were gonna say, "Oh, okay." Here's another tangent, a tiny tangent for us. I think Ayla Secura is hot.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've thought this ever since I saw episode 3, and when she gets shot in the back. Those aren't the only back shots I would give her if I was a clone.
In Legends, she's getting plenty of back shots, dude.
No way. Like,
No, so I'll send you the video. Someone made a thing of Ayla Secura in canon, and she's talking about how attachments lead to a Jedi's downfall. And then it's Ahsoka in Legends, and she is just like very heavily making out with Kit Fisto.
huh? Is
Yeah, they got a little thing going. I'll send you the video.
Oh, that's interesting, dude. Legends is way cooler than canon.
It really is.
Let's just say that for the record. We need a Legends trilogy. If we could have the first 9 movies just done in Legends format,
Mhm.
totally different. I mean, I'd be down for that. I mean, if Disney is willing to do live action remakes of all of their animated movies, then
Mhm.
why not do a Legends version?
Yeah, I know. They did say because Visions isn't canon, so they said that they're
Hmm.
thinking about doing more Legends non canon stuff.
That whole
I
like
hope they do, man.
Yeah, that whole canon legends thing, it's I don't know, it's all kind of BS to me. I mean, to me,
Yeah,
everything counts, in
yeah,
my opinion. I think that like legends could just be viewed as like it's just another viewpoint. It's like, how they say winners write history, like legends could just be another history textbook in the Star Wars universe. Like I don't view it as like it didn't happen or it doesn't count. Like that's what
yeah.
kind of gets under my skin about the whole legends and canon thing. So you'd pick Ahsoka, and any other picks? Any other animated or live action picks?
Okay, my other pick wouldn't be animated. It would be Wanda Maximoff, specifically from WandaVision episode 6, and I will show you why.
I'll tell you my
You've probably seen this picture before
Okay.
because but I will pull it up. It's when she's in her Halloween costume.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you my animated pick.
Okay.
Mrs. Incredible. No, enough
Oh
said.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Enough said.
I don't even need to say anything else about that. I mean, we all know why Mr. Incredible liked her in the first place, and it certainly wasn't her personality.
No.
Put it that way.
Okay, objective right answer, Sally from Cars. No, okay, but real talk though, Princess Fiona is hotter as an ogre than as a human.
Wait, hold on. I need to see her as a human so I can verify your claims.
Like, she's good looking as a human, but like as an ogre.
Oh, yeah, I kind of see what you're.
All I'm saying is she won't have to hide when the moon's up
Well,
when I'm around.
wait, what'd you say?
All I'm saying is when I'm around, she won't have to hide when the sun's down.
Well, you know what I got to say about her in ogre form. Um, not too thick, not too thin. The porridge is just right. Oh, dude, we're just throwing around these amazing similes starting off this episode. Whew.
Oh man, that was a very colorful 30 seconds.
Dude, I like how the episode 2.5 starts off with you being like, yeah, we're having a very lively discussion here.
Yeah, I like how episode 2, there's a whole segment about what our superpowers would be, and you just have to censor mine.
Yeah. So, dude, I think that this podcast, when historians look back on this podcast is just documenting our descent into madness.
Oh yeah. By episode 10, we will be completely different people.
Okay, so yeah, and by episode 10, we still won't be able to get Parker on.
No.
Long lost co-host. Okay, so let's get into my second question. So it's kind of funny that I'm asking you this question, and we had technology problems. Considering that I wrote this question down like 3 days ago, what's the angriest you've been at your technology?
Oh my god, dude. How much time you got?
We got we got plenty of time. The longer the better. I mean, because if we got to get at least to 45 minutes so the episode can be split in two. So go ahead.
All right. So this is the story of me trying to get the software for my video game writing class to work.
Okay.
So it's called Playwright, and it's how they write video games. It's like script format, but then there's also stuff in there that you can do dialogue options, so that way when the developers go to program the game, they don't have to look at it and just try to figure out what you were going at. You can say like, oh, this option leads to this, and if you do this, that cutscene happens, and yeah, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just use a normal script writing thing. And so the issue is the software is for PCs, not for Macs. And so to get it for a Mac, you have to install this thing called Citrix, and then you have to log into that using, they said it's your student ID number and then your computer password.
Yeah.
And then from there, if you have a Mac, you then have to download 2 certifications for it to open on your computer, then go into it, open up Playwright, and then deal with it. So my shitty little laptop that's really ancient couldn't download the newest versions. So I had to scroll like all the way through the previous versions of it to find one that would work on my computer, then download Citrix. And then I had to do the login thing, but it would not accept my login. And I was like, what the hell? So I tried my computer password, I tried a different password, and I tried my school password. And when that didn't work, I tried my former school password, none of which worked. So I was like, okay, I don't know what to do. So I was like, I'll log into the like school website and see if like pull up the thing I'm supposed to do, see if there's anything in there. The school website wouldn't take my password. And I was like, oh great. So now I'm logged out of school also.
Yeah.
So smashing my keyboard for a few minutes, my computer then decided to fix itself and let me log in. So I got into there. I'm like, oh my god, how the hell did that work? Because by all accounts, I don't understand how it decided not to accept my password and then 5 minutes later accept my password. So I get in and I'm like, I'm gonna try this password to get into Citrix. So it ended up taking that password, and I'm like, hell yes, I'm in. But immediately after logging in, I hit the next error because I didn't have the certificate things I needed on my computer. Because every time I tried to pull them up, my computer was like, "Oh, this thing doesn't exist. We're not going to look for you. It's just not a thing that's real." So someone else in the class had to get them. He struggled to get them, but he ended up getting them on his computer. Then he had to email them to me and the other person who were struggling with it. And then you have to like send them like into your files, and then you have to find them in your files and then install them. And then I did that, and my computer's like, okay, finally you can get into Playwright. So I open it, and then there was like the little square with like an arrow sticking out of it to like make it full screen. So I clicked on that, and then the window, it like enlarged and then froze. So I couldn't do anything. So I spent 2 hours getting into the software, and then the second I got into it, it froze and locked up. And so I closed it, reopened it, and it didn't work. So then I like just deleted the software altogether, re-downloaded it, got logged back in, and it was still frozen. And when I tell you I slammed my computer, like I'm surprised it didn't break in half. I was so pissed off. So next day, I'm like, look, it's been 24 hours, right? It should work by now. Well, thankfully it opened, and I was like, oh hell yes. So next day I go to class and it's open. And then every time I like try to do anything, it's like, oh, it stopped working. It just doesn't work now. So I go to class all pumped because I finally have the software up. First thing I click on, my computer freezes again. I I don't get to have the software open for the next 2.5 hours of my life. So
trouble.
that
Yeah.
it gets better. We're not done yet.
Oh, okay.
We're not done. So then we all had to gather around one person's computer, our whole group, because it didn't work on mine. And then the other girl who was struggling the day before, it crashed on hers too. So we had to gather around the one person who in our group whose computer it would work on. And then the IT guy came in to try to fix it. And he looked at my computer and he's like, dude, I don't know how the hell to fix this issue. It just doesn't work. So IT didn't know what to do. So once again, uninstall the software, bring it back up. Oh, hell yeah, it finally works. And now what we're doing is we're writing in groups. But the fact that this software is not programmed for a Mac really makes my computer have trouble trying to open it. So the lead writer in our group sent the little file out to us to open it. And I opened it, and it brought up the viewer thing saying it was open in my like toolbar, but then it wasn't there. Like the window never opened. And I was like, well, god damn it. So then what I had to do is I had to take that file, I had to email it to myself. Then I had to open up the software that basically converts my Mac over to a PC, go into my email through that software, and then download the file into a folder there, so that way it was technically on a PC, and then open it. And I opened it, and my computer was like, yeah, so you know that software? Yeah, it doesn't exist, so we can't open this through that. And I was like, you've got to be shitting me. So then it wanted to make it like an Adobe file, which wasn't helping because it's not an Adobe thing. And so then I went back through and I like converted it from an Adobe file into a Playwright file, opened Playwright, went into my stuff, into my folder, and it wouldn't show up there. So I haven't gotten any work done in this class. and the lead writer, the one person who can get this software to work, who's in my group, is not going to be in class on Monday.
So you're gonna go another day not being able to do any work in this class.
Basically.
So all that trouble, and you haven't even like done.
I haven't done jack shit.
It's taken wow. Wait, so this has been going on for how long?
Like since like the third day of class.
Oh, wait, and it's already October. So it's been a month of you not being able to open up your program.
Yeah.
Damn, that's an L.
Yeah, I know.
This is terrible. Oh, that's terrible. Damn, yeah, I don't have any of my difficult times with technology pale in comparison to that. Yeah, that's a lot of that's like basically that whole story. Just dude. Speaking of IT guys, for anyone from Monarch High School who's listening, shout out to Broncos hat IT guy
Yes.
amongst men.
Dude, I saw him like 3 times the entire time I was at Monarch, and he always got shit done.
Yeah, he was always doing something important. I remember one time, the computer teacher at Monarch, who if you know who this is, you know this lady is fucking stupid.
I'll censor the name. Is it?
Yeah, dude. I mean, you could have had literally me teaching the class, and it would have been more competent.
Okay. My sister is in that class right now, and she said she's taught herself the whole thing.
Yeah,
like, Miss SJ has not done a thing. My sister has self-taught herself C++.
Yeah, this teacher is basically, you might as well have a rock with googly eyes at the front of the class. That's how useful she is. So anyway, I remember one time she was like, my computer's not working. So then she had to call in Broncos hat IT guy, and then he was like, it's not plugged in. She was like, oh. And then that was the whole thing. So yeah, guys, if your computer teacher can't troubleshoot your own computer, I mean, I don't even know why you're teaching those classes.